Alright, so let's talk about tomorrow's huge downloadable update, in particular about the South Park collaboration, because we got a ton of new information. So first of all, it was confirmed that all of the skins, unfortunately, are going to be in the item shop. So there is a free pass. I'm going to cover that in just a second, but I wanted to talk about the skins first. So again, it was confirmed that the skins are in a bundle in the item shop. So the bundle's called Gonna Have Myself a Time bundle, which is of course lyrics to the intro of the South Park theme. So in this Gonna Have Myself a Time bundle, you get 5 different skins, which include Stan, Kyle, Cartman, Kenny, and Butters. So that's all 5 of the skins. There's only 4 backblings though, so one of them does not get a backbling for some reason. There's 5 pickaxes, 2 emotes, and 1 cape. So I'm assuming the cape goes with Butters, aka Professor Chaos. So that's the bundle. And unfortunately, Towley, who's a sidekick, is going to be sold separately. So you have to buy him separately if you want him. He's not included in the bundle. So I imagine Towley's going to be what? Probably 1,200 to 1,800 V-Bucks. Maybe in the middle, 1,500. I don't know. Somewhere around there for the sidekick. And then the bundle, since it's got 5 different outfits in it, oh boy, I don't know how much that's going to be. Probably 3,500, maybe a little more. I'm not 100% sure. They don't give us prices anymore, so I can't tell. I'm just estimating. So these will be available tomorrow, which is the 9th of January, as soon as downtime is over. So you can get these immediately. You don't have to wait until item shop reset tomorrow night. They appear in the item shop as soon as downtime is done. So I'll do a gameplay and review on these. I don't know when I'll be able to get to that. I'll try to do it first thing in the morning. So if you want to see the gameplay or hear my opinions on it, just give me some time. I'll try to get it done as soon as possible. Okay, so all the skins have been covered. Unfortunately, none of them are in the free pass, but the good news is there is a free pass. The mini battle pass is returning. Rejoice. I absolutely love these passes. We have not had one of these in years. So it's 100% free mini pass. So they put out an official blog post. Let's read that and we'll go through the pass as well. So here's what it says at the start. The South Park boys are arriving in Fortnite on January 9th, aka tomorrow. Wreak havoc with new loot, explore the Cartman Land POI, and jump into the new Quince 5-person playlist on the Golden Coast. Also unlock South Park items from the free Born in Chaos pass, and look out for Stan, Kyle, Cartman, Kenny, and Butters in the shop. So that was just a reiteration of what I just covered, the 5 skins and the free battle pass, but more importantly, there's going to be a new game mode called Quince, which is 5 people. And it looks like it might just be for the Chapter 7 map, because it says Golden Coast. So don't anticipate this coming to OG or Reload or Blitz or anything like that. So let's talk about some of the weapons before we get to the pass. It says Sticks, Snacks, Shenanigans. The boys are creating chaos on the island with the power of imagination. Control the storm with the Stick of Truth. Heal yourself or damage enemies with Cheesy Poofs. And automatically reboot with Kenny's respawn token. Okay, so let's talk about these real quick because some of these sound insane. So first and foremost, the Stick of Truth. Listen to this. This is the description right here. Here's the image of it. Listen to this description. The one-time use Stick of Truth may descend from the sky for any mere mortal to wield. Control the storm by retrieving it and watch as it immediately shrinks to surround you for the final circle. So this sounds like the most overpowered item in Fortnite's history, and I'm trying to wrap my brain around this because I don't know when it's going to spawn in. For example, let's say it spawns in right off the rip. If somebody grabs this, it says it shrinks the circle to you. So if you've ever played a match to the very, very end, the circle eventually just shrinks into nothingness. And that's what it sounds like it's going to do, which is insane. So again, imagine this spawns at the start. I don't think personally it'll do that. It'll probably spawn way late in the game, but it doesn't actually clarify that. So again, let's just assume it can spawn at any point. What if you grab it right away? There's 90 plus people left. You grab this and it starts shrinking the storm to you. That means 90 plus people are probably going to die to storm damage. But it doesn't elaborate on if it stays like that forever, if it only does that for a few seconds, a few minutes. It doesn't say. And will the storm tick? like it was the final circle, or is it going to tick by however many it's at when you first wield it? Because obviously if you get it right off the rip and it shrinks to you, that means it's going to tick by 1 and people will start flocking towards your location. But what if you're in a car? What if you're driving around and the circle's moving with you like that and it's as minuscule as it can be? It just sounds insane to me. But again, we don't know how long it lasts, if it's going to stay like that forever. I don't know. There's no elaboration on how this actually functions, and I am very, very curious because, like I said, this could be the most overpowered weapon, or item rather, in Fortnite's history. If you can control the storm and make it just instantly go to the final circle, that's going to be insane. But I'm all here for it, and it doesn't say if it spawns every match, and again, it doesn't say when it spawns, so a lot of questions on this item. So then we've got Cheesy Poofs. So if you watched at least the first season of South Park, Cheesy Poofs ran wild. Cartman loved to devour those. I mean, they show up time and time again throughout the entire series, but they really focused on them in season 1. And the description of this says, packed full of ingredients. Cheesy Poofs can give you a quick pick-me-up. Cheesy Poofs restore health quickly, and you can even eat them while sprinting. Throw them to heal allies or damage enemies. Okay, so it doesn't say anything about healing shield, it just says healing health. And it sounds like you can throw them like splashes, or you can throw them like, I guess, a stink grenade? I don't know, but they can either heal you, they can heal your teammates, or they can damage enemies, which is interesting, a 3-in-1 item. Next up is Kenny's respawn token, and then the description for this one says, it's just like Kenny said, and then it puts a bunch of text that you can't decipher. It says then, translation? If you find the one-time use Kenny's respawn token, it'll automatically reboot you after being eliminated. Okay, so that's actually kind of funny because, again, in the first few seasons of South Park, Kenny would die every episode. But this is like the reverse effect. If you have this and you die, you come back automatically. You get revived. So that'll be huge in any game mode, but in particular solos. Yeah, we've got the self-revive, but, I mean, you have to, number 1, activate the item, and people usually kill you before you can do that. Number 2, wait out the duration, and again, people will kill you while you do that. At least with this one, it sounds like you just pop back in, you reboot automatically. Now, will you have all your loot still? I don't know. We'll have to see. But that sounds very, very powerful, and I like it. Next up is Cartman Land. It says there's no height requirement at Cartman's personal theme park, Cartman Land, which features rides like the Chaos Blast, Voyage to the Center of the Planet, and Pee-Pee's Lazy River. So this is pretty cool. They basically reimagined Wonky Land into Cartman Land, which is absolutely amazing. So I distinctly remember this episode because Cartman was the only one allowed in Cartman Land. Only he could enter, and Kyle and Stan got so mad about it. He even had a little song. So much to do at Cartman Land, and you can't come, especially you, Stan Kyle. So Cartman Land, reimagined into Fortnite, is insanely awesome. I'm a huge South Park fan, by the way. So those are all the items coming. Now let's talk about the free battle pass. It's called Born in Chaos Pass, and yes, it's 100% free. It says navigate to the Born in Chaos tab to get to the Born in Chaos Pass. No V-Bucks required. This new pass has 13 South Park themed items you can unlock by completing South Park quests. And then it lists some of the items like the Backpack of Cred, which is a backbling, the Terrence and Phillip pickaxe, and Cheesy Poof's rocket ship emote. So here's an image of at least 3 of these. So the emote is on the left, obviously. That's a Cheesy Poof's rocket. Then we've got the Terrence and Phillip. I love Terrence and Phillip. That is a pickaxe, I guess. And then the Backpack of Cred. Oh my goodness, I loved the Cred episode. I mean, Cred shows up in tons of episodes, but it's making fun of Prime. And again, this had a song too. I can't say some of the words in the song because it was bad words, but they had a theme song for this. Cartman would sing it. I'm going to change the word to witches. So he'd be like, I got cred, witches. I got cred. Then he says, I got kiwi lime. I got Google grape. You got no cred, witches, but I got mine. I love this song. I was cracking up when I first saw this. So that is cred in Fortnite. Love it. And then it says if you complete all of the quests, you'll get the Imagination Land Airship Glider. So that's another reference to an amazing episode, Imagination Land. So that was a multi-episode theme, if I remember correctly. And the airship is literally in the episode. They climb aboard it to get to Imagination Land. And that had a song as well, but he just said imagination like 1,000 times in a row, and he would sing that. Imagination, imagination. That's all he would say. It was like a Willy Wonka knockoff. So the evil side of Imagination Land was where it got actually crazy, and I doubt they're going to reference any of that at all, but hey, at least we got the airship as a glider. I'll take a free glider in Fortnite any day of the week. So really, really cool, and this apparently ends on February 5th. So January 9th till February 5th for all of this, which means we have the Stick of Truth for almost an entire month. So depending on how overpowered that item is, it's going to be one heck of a change to the Battle Royale map. I can't wait to see this. But there you go. That is everything coming tomorrow, at least in terms of South Park and the collaboration. There might be other stuff too, but that's all I know about the South Park collab. So 5 skins, 1 sidekick, that's Towley sold separately again, 13 free South Park themed items in the Battle Pass, and then of course all the items and the changes to the POI, in particular Cartman Land. I can't wait for this. I love South Park. Like I said, I will do a full gameplay and review on all 5 of the skins. I'll probably do a separate video on Towley as well, and then I'll show some gameplay of all the items, including the Stick of Truth. So, downloadable update tonight. Update goes live tomorrow. The skins will be in the item shop immediately upon downtime's end, and I think the map changes might be live right away. I don't know. We might have to wait till 9 a.m. for those. We'll see. But at least the skins will be available right away. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like is always appreciated, and don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator code, which is tabortime.